Yo, what's goody, y'all? What's going on, YouTube? Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you. Happy holidays. I'm in a winter wonderland right now. I'm working overnights. And I'm driving in the winter wonderland. Check it out, y'all. The ice skating rink over there. You know, they turned the park into a winter wonderland, but they got it all blocked off until I think they open at 9 in the morning. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I just want to tell y'all a story about this chick that I banged that looked like Iris Chacon. Y'all remember Iris Chacon? She was this Puerto Rican chick that used to come on late at night, I think on the PBS channel on the East Coast. You know, if you lived in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, you know, y'all probably remember Iris Chacon back in the days. She was a Puerto Rican dancer. You know, she used to come out on stage dancing, wearing those bathing suits with fishnet bodysuits. She had a nice shape. Now back then, that was considered jack-off material. You know what I mean? We didn't have Pornhub and X-Video, you know, on hand like how y'all do now. Back in the 80s and 90s, your jack-off material, your wank bank, was limited. You know? You jacked off to stuff like Baywatch. Some people jacked off to the women's section in the Sears catalog. A lot of people jacked off to them scrambled channels, them scrambled Playboy channels. You know, that's all we had. You know, our wank bank, our jack off material was very, very limited. But Iris Chacon, you know, she's still alive now. She's about 76 now. So I'm guessing back in those days, she was probably in her 30s. And, you know, she made a lot of people lose their fertility for a hot second. Y'all know what I mean. But anyway, yeah, I had this chick that looked like Iris Chacon. First Puerto Rican chick that I ever banged. I was at my apartment, my bachelor pad, watching college basketball, and you know, I was just sitting there thinking like, damn, I need some pussy. And something told me to go to the store. Well, I was going to the store anyway. Something told me to go to the store that was an extra 10-minute walk away. You know, it was a better store, and that's where all the females used to be. You know, so I said, okay, let me go, because there was a store 2 doors down from me. You know, they didn't have what this other store had. You know, so I walked to the store that was further down, and I look up in this apartment building. It was an apartment building that looked just like this building here. And I see a cute Puerto Rican chick that looked like Iris Chacon in the window. I was like, damn. I was like, man, this chick, you know, I saw her from the head to her waist. You know, she was standing in the window, and it looked like she was eating some Goya sausages, you know, them little Vienna sausages. Well, Goya make them too. And I was like, damn, she kind of cute, and she got a nice rack. So I said, hola, mommy. I said, hola, bella, or something like that. And she smiled, and she said, what you know, who taught you a little bit of Spanish? No, she was like, you think you know a little bit of Spanish? And I said, yeah. She was like, who taught you? I was like, I taught myself. She was like, where you going? To the store? I said, yeah. I said, why, you want something? She was like, yeah, bring me back some mandarin oranges. I said, mandarin oranges? She was like, yeah, they're in the can. She was like, mandarin orange slices in the can. I was like, what? Now I heard a fruit cocktail. You know, I heard canned pineapple chunks, but orange slices in a can? I had never heard of that before. But that's what she wanted, and that's what I got. And I also bought like a Bartles and James peach flavor wine cooler for her. She didn't ask for it, but on my way to the store and back, I was thinking, man, I want to get this chick a little tipsy. you know, and I want to sweet talk her. Maybe I can get into them draws tonight or something. You know what I mean? I was thinking all kind of freaky shit. So, got back to her apartment. She let me in, and I bought her 2 cans of mandarin oranges, and she was grateful. She was like, "Oh, you bought me 2. I only wanted 1." I was like, "Well, you got 1 for now and 1 for later." I said, "And I bought you a peach flavored Bartles and James wine cooler." She was like, "Oh, you're so nice." And then she hugged me and kissed me. I was like, "Yeah, you're welcome." I am a nice guy. When a chick that you want to bang asks you to buy her something small like that, get her 2 or 3 of them and buy her something else you think she might like. I think all I spent on her was $5. And she was super excited. I was like, man, she's low maintenance. I was like, this chick here might be a keeper. You know what I mean? So I'm chilling in her living room. She had 1 couch and a couple chairs in her living room, and she had a thin mattress in her bedroom on the floor. And so she ain't had no TV. So I was looking at some of her school books she had on the floor. She was taking nursing or surgical tech or something like that. So, I picked up her book, and I'm looking through it. Her books were actually interesting, and she was talking about school, and, she was asking me questions about where I lived. I said I lived down the street, and, I was just making small talk with her, and then she came right out and told me what she wanted. She was like, "Yeah, I really wanted some of these orange slices." She said, "I've been craving them." She was like, "And you bought me a wine cooler?" She was like, "That's gonna go good for later on." She was like, "Cause I'm stressing." She was like, "I just moved here. I got to get curtains, this, that, and the third." She was like, "I'm hustling." She was like, "If I got to do a little something strange for some change," she was like, "I got to do what I got to do." She was like, "Cause I got to get all the money I can get." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I feel you." She was like, "Since you bought me these orange slices," she said, "I'm gonna give you a blowjob." I said, "Okay, bet." I said that fast. I was like, "Okay, bet." She laughed. She looked at me and she laughed. She went in the bathroom and came out with a big bag of condoms. She told me to pick one, so I picked the kind that suited me just fine. And so she snatched it out my hand and she opened it and put the condom in her mouth. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" She was like, "Sit up here." I was like, "Sit up where?" She wanted me to sit on the back of the couch, with my feet in the seat of the couch, like how you would sit on a park bench. That's how she wanted me to sit on her couch. I was like, "Okay." She was like, "Take your shoes off first." I said, "Okay." So I took my shoes off, sat on the back of the couch, and she was like, "Okay, now spread your legs." I was like, "Spread my legs?" And I'm thinking, this is kind of weird. But that's what she wanted, so I was like, "New Edition. Any way you want it, girl, hit me off. Come hit me with the flavor, baby. Hit me off." I was like, "Oh, shit, any way you want it." So I spread my legs for her. I was spread eagle, sitting on the back of her couch with my feet in the seat. And she put the condom on with her mouth, and she went to town, boy. And that was some of the best dome I had ever had at that time. And she did it for a long time. You know what I mean? She was professional. Then I said, "Yeah, I don't feel comfortable sitting like this," because I kept sliding off. I'm a big dude. I got long legs. And she was like, "Okay, well, you sit down on the couch and I'll sit next to you." I said, "Okay, bet." So we were sitting next to each other, and she finished giving me head like that, the normal way. So I was like, damn. Then she started blowing bubbles with the condom. And I was like, well, there she go. And she was like, "You like that?" I said, "I love that." And then next thing you know, I started playing with her coochie and sucking on her TTs. And, she got up, grabbed another condom, and we went in her bedroom. She had that little ass thin mattress, and I just started taking her to Pound Town. And I was beating it up good. She had a nice rotund booty. And I remember just clapping them cheeks thinking like, damn, I can't believe I'm banging a Puerto Rican chick, man. Because Puerto Rican chicks back then, man, they used to play pussy games. You know, they used to withhold pussy from Negroes, man, because, you know, they into that dating lighter, you know. They don't want to date no nigga my complexion, you know what I mean? They like to keep their gene pool white. You know, it was hard to get with a Puerto Rican chick back then, you know what I mean? But, you know, I couldn't believe I was banging her, so I was about to make a lasting impression. And that's exactly what I did. I busted me a good old nut, you know? And, she was, she was hitting on the floor, She was hitting on, bust me a real good old nut. And I'm thinking like, yo, this is going to have to be a regular thing, which it didn't end up becoming a regular thing. After I beat her, you know, after I beat it up, you know, we chilled, we drunk, you know, she drunk her wine cooler, I drunk my beer, we talked. She ain't had no TV, it started to get boring. So I said, yo, I'm about to go, it's starting to get late. I had missed all my basketball games, you know, but it was worth it. She had some good coochie, and I only beat, all she got out the deal was some mandarin oranges and a damn wine cooler. Y'all think I'm joking? I'm not lying. She asked for some mandarin oranges. I spent $5 on her. I should have been, to be honest with you, it was worth like $100. You know, come to find out, this chick was on cocaine. She was a fiend for that nose candy, but she didn't look it until a couple years later when I saw her in front of a homeless shelter. You know, she was I was doing school crossing, and at the corner that I worked on, it was like a homeless shelter, like right down the street. And I saw her come out of it, and she had looked tired, like she had been up for days. You know what I mean? Her makeup was all smeared. She still looked bangable. So I went and talked to her. I was like, yo, you remember me? She was like, yeah, I remember you. She was like, where you been? I said, I've been working. Because by this time I had moved from over there, and I was staying in a rooming house, and had a part-time job, looking for a full-time job. And she was like, yo, where can I get some nose candy from? I said, yo, I don't know. I said, I don't mess around with that. I was like, what you doing looking for some nose candy? She was like, I need to get high. I'm going through some shit. And in my mind, I'm like, damn, man. Last time I saw her, she said she was going through some shit. And in a way, I think she was kind of hinting around that she needed some money. Because she was like, yeah, I need this, I need that. But most importantly, I need some nose candy. I said, I ain't got none of that. I said, I ain't got nothing. What you looking for? I should have got her number. But it was people walking by. They saw me talking to her. I'm standing there with my work uniform on, and I'm like, man, let me get away from this chick. Hopefully I see her again, but I never saw her again. Yep, never ever saw her again. And come to find out, one of my cousins was banging her too. You know, this was like after I had banged her the first time. You know, he was telling me about this chick he met in the window that told him to bring her something back from the store. He didn't say what she brought back, but I kind of knew who he was talking about. But see, the thing is, I think he banged her raw, because I remember after I told him that I think I know who you talking about, I said, yeah, we used to call her Hoover. I'm just bullshitting with him. He think I'm telling the truth. He was like, Hoover? I was like, yeah, because all the fellas in the neighborhood said she gives some good head. And I was like, but ain't no telling what she got. Ain't no telling what she got in between them legs. I was like, I heard she was a carrier. And he was like, a carrier? I was like, yeah. I was like, did you beat it up? He was like, nah, man, I ain't never beat that chick. Nah, we just friends and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, okay, this fool lying. So then, about 3 days later, he came over my house all drunk. He was like, yeah, man, I'm about to go to the clinic tomorrow, man. He was like, I need to know what's going on. I was like, going on with what? He was like, you know, you just got to get a checkup every 3 to 6 months. I was like, yeah, but you said it like you got something. He was like, nah, man. The only way you're going to find out is if you sexually active, you go get a checkup every 3 to 6 months. He was like, see, I like to know what the fuck is going on. I was like, well, if you wear a condom, you know what I'm saying, you practice safe sex, what the fuck you worried about? He couldn't answer. He just gave me a long, hard stare in disbelief. He gave me one of them disbelief stares. And then he kind of rolled his eyes and started zooming in. He started focusing on the TV. It was some commercials on it. You know when somebody start focusing on something on TV that they don't normally care about, you know they're in the daze and they lying. Yeah, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm about to finish driving around in this winter wonderland. Yep, that's my story about the chick that looked like Iris Chacon. Iris Chacon, she in her 70s, but she don't look that bad for an older lady. I know it's makeup. She wear a lot of makeup. She probably had a couple facelifts, but yeah, she don't look that bad. I'm talking about the real Iris Chacon, y'all. Yeah, she don't look that bad. But yeah, she was some jack-off material back in the days, y'all. Yep. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. And also let me know who was y'all jack-off material back in the days. Because there might have been a few other Iris Chacons that I can't remember. All right? All right, y'all. Happy holidays. Peace.